let's start off with Joe Kearney to begin with. So this is Joe's question.
Hi, my name's Joe. I'm about to create a website for my podcast. Now, I have an option with my current hosting company to have the new site as an add-on to my current site. For all intents and purposes, the new site will appear as a separate site, except it won't have an SSL certificate. That's my question. Would that be a problem now, or could it be a problem down the road? Thanks for any help you can give me.
So I thought it was worth including this. Thanks for the question, Joe. I thought it was worth including it because we get a lot of people coming onto our site and doing the websites, the Peerless Podcasting Websites course. If you haven't come across that, it's our course where we show you how to set up a website for podcasting, whether it's a brand new one, setting up a new WordPress install, or whether it's kind of converting an existing WordPress website into a podcast-ready one. So this is a question that does come up every now and again. It's whether you need an SSL certificate, basically. So Joe, good approach. If you've got web hosting, often you can have more than one website on that web hosting. So if you run like a business website or a company website, quite often you can just buy an extra domain name and have a personal podcasting website or a personal blog or whatever as an add-on. Works absolutely fine. You're quite right to go that way. You don't generally need an SSL certificate for a podcast website. The only reason you need an SSL certificate is if you're actually doing transactions, like money transactions on the site. So it could be a problem in future if you suddenly decide you want to start selling merchandise like t-shirts or mugs or whatever for the show, or you want to start taking sponsorship through the site or donations and using something like Stripe, which needs an SSL certificate. But to be honest, you can add them really easily. So actually, as long as you know you can add an SSL cert to it, then you're all good. Just check with your hosting that you can do that. And even if you can, you can break out a WordPress website, back it up and put it somewhere else pretty quickly and easily. So if it saves you bother and a bit of money right now, then it's not a big thing to move away if you need to in future. But to be honest, most podcasting websites don't need an SSL at any point. Even if you do start taking money, like you're working with Patreon, like you do with ADPP, Matthew, you do that on a separate site, don't you?
Yeah, you just, like if you have a page that's, say, titled support, and then you refer people to your support page, but you're actually sending them to Patreon or wherever. That's an option too.
Aye, more often than not, I would say you're going to end up taking money elsewhere. You can set up in a WordPress. WordPress is good for setting up an e-commerce site, but there's no need to. So I hope that helps, Joe. Hope that's useful to you.